In speaking out against, quote, alternative marriage, Russell Nelson of the Quorum of the 12 stated that same-sex marriage is, quote, cunningly crafted by the adversary. Beware of his options, they always breed misery, close quote. I've lived through some pretty miserable times in my life, most of which were while I was trying to live the prescribed path of the LDS Church, consisting of self-denial, self-hatred, and self-disloyalty. Conversely, some of the happiest times of my life have come from being happy with who I am, accepting who my Creator intended me to be, and living a life that I believe God wants me to live. I have a clear conscience in this pursuit. I can liberally say that Prop 8 has been and continues to be one of the most challenging experiences of my life. No other experience has tested my character more than Prop 8. No other experience has manifested more personal victories or more personal failures. No other experience has taught me just how hard it is to be a Christian. No other experience has given me a greater respect for the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Despite my hardships with Prop 8, I learned one earth-moving lesson. Never lose hope. Hope is what got me through the hard times leading up to the election. Hope is what got me through the days following the election. And hope is what continues to sustain me in the healing process and the aftermath. Hope is how I've reconciled my faith. Hope is what is helping me find the strength to forgive, despite the very difficult time I'm having with forgiving. Hope came to America on November 4th when President Obama was elected. And a new form of hope had to be born on that same day, as gay people across the country felt a tangible slap in the face called Prop 8. Hope is how we will survive, overcome, and win this war for equality. Hope is how we will show Hope is how we will show America our dreams, our virtues, and our intents are pure. When I think of hope, I'm reminded of that awesome National Protest Day. I will never forget the positive energy that prevailed at that rally on November 8th. Speaking before a crowd of 7,500 people, I expressed my sadness of the outcome of Prop 8 as a gay Mormon. I shared a message of hope and felt a powerful energy of hope reciprocated back from the crowd. I was especially moved by the hope offered from Baptist Reverend Amos Brown, president of the San Francisco NAACP. Addressing the audience of members of the human family, Reverend Brown stated, quote, though I'm a heterosexual, and though for historical reasons in my particular faith we do not support same-sex marriages, I say unto you, though I am a Baptist, I refuse to be a bigot, close quote. He went on to remind the crowd that, quote, we live in a nation where the Bill of Rights allows us freedom from religion, close quote. He then equated an experience he had earlier in his life, quote, in 1955, at the age of 15 in Mississippi, I saw the mutilated body of a black boy named Emmett Till, who had been beaten almost into a pulp by some white racist. And when I saw that image, I said, if God let me live, I would never be mean to someone because they are different, close quote. The Hope for National Protest Day gave me a renewed feeling of optimism for the cause of me and my community. It couldn't have come at a better time, a time when over the previous few days, I had felt as if I had been knifed in the back, thrown in a ditch, and left in the wilderness at the hands of my church and my society. Today, many are looking to the California Supreme Court to overturn Prop 8. Personally, I believe that Prop 8 will not be overturned by the court. Yet this does not dash my hope. I firmly believe that we as a gay community have much work to do in telling our stories. We must rise above the injustice called Prop 8 and open up constructive, thought-provoking dialogue with our friends and our foes. We must tell our stories. Those in opposition to us are strong in their convictions, and we must be too. For too long, we've looked to the courts to solve our problems. I believe this has empowered the right wing in their sordid tactics of fear-mongering and misconstruing the truth on homosexuality. We as a gay community need to curb this propaganda and make our side of the story heard. People must know we hurt when the right wing dehumanizes us. We are loving, moral, and respectable characters in a mainstream society. And it's high time the rest of society hear what our lives are like as second-class citizens. With a slim margin of 52 to 48, there is no doubt in my mind that the will of the people will soon overturn Prop 8. What a wonderful day this will be for liberty, freedom, and justice for all. Once the will of the people have spoken against this self-justified prejudice, the tactics of the right wing to spread homophobia will wither away. I look forward to this day, and I believe this day is sooner than we expect. Hope helped me realize the unconditional love my mom and dad have for me. I found renewed hope from the love and support offered to me by my brother Dan throughout the hard times of Prop 8. Dan lovingly accepted the role of sounding board that I forced upon him. He endured my endless venting, and I will always love him for that. This unconditional family love gives me hope that every member of the human family has the ability to love all people, regardless of difference. Sadly, I've lost hope that the LDS Church will come around and extend a genuine loving hand to those who are gay and LDS. The events leading up to and following Prop 8 have proven the Church's apathy towards homosexuals. Time and time again, the Church has politically postured itself, attempting to speak words of compassion towards homosexuals, followed by actions that prove to the contrary. I'm reminded of Christ's admonition, "By their fruits ye shall know them." I do, however, hope that we will all be well one day in obtaining justice for gay Americans. The battle wages on, with almost every battle being won by the right wing and by the churches. With each lost battle, every gay person in America is once again kicked in the face. But we'll simply pick ourselves up and continue to fight on. I have no doubt in my mind that although we continue to lose most of these battles, we will eventually win the war. Truth cannot be stamped out, and history is on our side. One by one, with each coming out story, and as more lives are impacted by gay and lesbian friends and family members, Americans, and perhaps maybe even members of the LDS Church, will one day realize that yes, it's even bad to discriminate against gay people too. There will inevitably come a day when my grandchildren and my children will ask, what was the